But Lue would be the man. I would love to see Lue in that position, and I'll recommend that.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the goddamn internet. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about something really interesting. As you just saw, Tim Burchett, Representative Tim Burchett, has given his support to Lue Elizondo, and apparently Donald Trump is looking into hiring or getting Lue part of the official process, legal process, etc. within government to be investigating these things like the drone incursions over New Jersey, put him in charge of a lot of these anomalous aerial object scenarios and situations, right? So it's all really interesting. We're going to be looking into this a little bit more. And as always, to stay updated, please subscribe, notifications on to not miss a single upload and update, okay? Because I let you know as soon as I do. And as always, this video only gets better as the video goes on, leaving all the best at the end, trying to get that watch time. So please, it supports a lot. Share this with anyone you know, family, friend, anybody, okay? That helps the absolute most. And the likes and comments help with the algorithm and interactions, okay? So yeah, with all further ado, let's fucking watch this shit, guys. So let's be reading some tweets from some screenshots from X, guys. Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you call it nowadays, right? So UAP James is a well-known figure in the ufology community on Twitter, etc. He tweeted, okay, President Trump may appoint Lue Elizondo to administration UAP role. And this was from Representative Burchett, and he was doing this show on the Hannibal TV. Okay, some sort of podcast or some shit, right? And this is quoted, "I would love to see Lue in that position. I will recommend that." And that's some really good shit. I can see myself recommending that too. I would want to get some other people's thoughts on this as well, including George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, because there was some, in the last hearing, they did mention that there's some weird things going on and they don't like support everything. Some things are like disinformation or dishonest, I think it was his specific wording, right? And let me know what you guys think about everything when keeping that in mind also. And I would love to see that big whistleblower, the first one that started all this, David Grush. My god, I almost forgot that shit, guys. But I would love to hear what David Grush thinks of Lue before he actually gets put into this position. I think he's one of the most credible people. Even though he's been gone, who knows what happened to that guy, right? If anyone knows any up-to-date information, I would love to hear it. But let me know what you think about this tweet, and we're going to go on to the next one right now. So, a response Lue gave when he saw this exact tweet we just spoke about. The response was as follows, okay? Thank you, Representative Tim Burchett, for your vote of confidence. I would be honored to serve my country again in an official capacity. Know this, I would get to the bottom of the drone issue immediately and make sure the new administration, Congress, and the American people receive full transparency on the UAP issue. And he also tagged Representative Eric Burleson, Nancy Mace. We know Nancy Mace takes no shit, okay? And Senator Rounds, which is another figure that's always popping up in these types of things or talks, right? And it's really interesting to see if Lue is who he says he is. He is this, what would you call it, national interest guy that's like patriot. If he's this patriot and good person like David Grush, etc., everyone agrees, everyone, because excluding this weird talk from weaponized, I would definitely support this. I just want to straighten that out first. I don't know what you guys think. So this question was asked as well, and I just want to include this before we move on to the next category of thinking, etc., the next part of the video, the next aspect we're going to be looking at this at. And Julian Jeffrey on Twitter said, "You made it clear during the last House UAP hearing that you are bound by NDAs you recently signed that prevent you from openly discussing a number of important issues on this issue/topic, right?" And this is a very fair point in I think, and I remember this specifically being brought up in the actual hearing live as well. And we were watching it live on this channel, guys. Make sure you, when shit like that happens, you join up, right? And then Lue Elizondo responded, because I can petition to have classified information downgraded to the unclassified level and help bring your voice to the decision makers directly. And if that is in fact 100% true, legitimate, and no hidden agendas or money making schemes, books, etc., if this is all just for that and this is truthful as it seems, then I would 100% support that, right? Anything to get the pin moved forward, okay, because that's what we're here to do, right? What's that bullshit thing they always say? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Fuck that, let's sprint this shit, right?
And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace.
So this was actually on the news during all this drone talk, right? And these drone incursions have been happening supposedly a lot earlier than we are just realizing now, and everyone's got a phone and everyone's making it viral, etc. There's been some incursions over sensitive facilities for decades, right?
And we've seen nothing in and around New Jersey that should give the people on the ground there concerns for their safety for this activity. And we've seen nothing, working with the Department of Defense as well, that indicates a foreign adversary actor involved or any kind of pernicious national security threat. Now, there have been some drone sightings, I think, as you know, over some military bases. We're obviously looking at that. That is a different category.
So I've got a few more, and guys, we're in no shortage of these fucking interesting clips from news sources, from these drones. Guys, everything is happening right now. We're gonna make sure that 2025 is off to a brilliant start, okay? So make sure you subscribe, notifications on, and notice when I say subscribe, the subscribe button below is glowing, so that's really cool, right? So check that out.
We've had a number of these drone incursions over military bases, over highly confidential, secretive sites, over areas like arsenals, over nuclear sites over the last several years. I don't think we do know whose they are or even what technology they're using. I'm very concerned that the FAA and the DOJ and Homeland Security aren't doing enough to assess whose drones these are and whether they are adversarial in any way. For 2 weeks, Langley had drone incursions, and they was the type of technology that our radar didn't detect them arriving.
So I wonder again, because this is really fucking stupid at this point, right? Because like she said, some cameras can see shit, some can't. Some have to be in a certain light wave, right, to be visible, and some shit is not visible to the human eye. So I would really like some information and closure to what this means to the light spectrum, what this means to what is there that we cannot see. Like maybe if we get this information, we could all buy a fucking those lenses or scopes that allow you to see this. I know there was a specific military scope, supposedly Starlight or some shit, and it was in the red spectrum, and people were seeing some weird shit, described it as demons, all this weird fucking lore, right? Has anyone actually experimented with these types of things, and if so, what have you experienced? So Lue Elizondo is really advocating for the movement of this needle here, and I've just got to say, you've got to appreciate this, right? Tagging all the right people in Congress, sharing some really interesting and important insights from his perspective. So it says, Sir, at Real Donald Trump, the fiasco this current administration has gotten us into regarding drones is unacceptable. We have been ringing the alarm bell since 2017. Same year Peep died, guys. R.I.P. For the sake of the American people, please enable Tulsi at Tulsi Gabbard, who the fuck that is, I don't know, and the rest of your cabinet to fix this issue once and for all and come clean with the American people. Yo, this is some big shit, right? This is a high intel person tweeting at the president with this. I mean, we're in a simulation, guys, the fuck. Between Tulsi, RFK, at Robert Kennedy Jr., which is family of the Kennedys, and the one Kennedy that was the largest president and so beloved was assassinated by the CIA in a black program, supposedly, apparently, etc. And there's a lot of people inside these communities with security clearances that actually have all the information. And they've been speaking on about that as well. Let me know if you want a video on that specifically. But there's some pretty wild shit that's classified that the American people supposedly cannot know for some fucked up reason. And why the fuck aren't people in the streets like protesting all these high classifications, over classifications, right? And others in your staff, we can do this. I know you share our perspective, and thank you for your courage to address this. Know that you have a small army of former government officials ready to help any way we can. Why do you say small? That's pretty, I don't know. America can handle the truth, and America deserves the truth. That I agree with, okay. The government works for the public. This is not tyranny, that it's America, okay. By the people, for the people, right? And yeah, he also tagged and mentioned J.D. Vance, Tim Burchett, Donald Trump Jr., Nancy Mace, Senator Rounds, all that good shit, right? So it's really interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think about all this talk. Seems like 2025 is going to be a really interesting year. Well, guys, I told you if you make it this far in the video, there's rewards, guys. So just make sure you always stick around till then, whether you listen to it while doing chores, taking a shine, or whatever the fuck you do while watching, right? Yeah, so there's been a clip. Donald Trump has had a lot of talks recently, as everyone is probably aware. It's everywhere. We chose the entertaining option in America, and we're going to be having the entertaining route, so we're going to have a lot of things to talk about. So make sure you subscribe, notifications on, because what the fuck would we be reporting with fucking sleepy Biden, right? Or what's that chick's name? I can't even remember. It just shows she just got famous for the election, etc., right? But yeah, she hasn't been seen anywhere since. And Trump can't wait to get into office. Goddamn, I can just feel it. But anyway, let's watch this goddamn video, guys. Yeah, subscribe, notifications on. We're trying to reach 500 subs to get monetized. So that would be pretty slick, right?
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows, and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should.
Guys, if Trump keeps talking like this, I'm gonna be so fucking glad, even more, that he won, right? Yeah, I'm pretty much a centrist, views on both sides, but this is some good shit stuff, okay? And entertainment is good as well. There's a line with everything, yin yang, all that bullshit, right? But yeah, this is some good times we're living in, guys. Can you believe he actually talks about this topic like this, where there's a bunch of shady shit going on and they don't want to tell you? This is the actual president that's going into office, guys.
A lot of people are very interested in the footage of UFOs. The Pentagon has released a few videos, and there's been anecdotal reports from fighter pilots. So a lot of people want to know, will you help push the Pentagon to release more footage, which a lot of people claim is available?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I would do that. I'd love to do that. I have to do that.
You gotta do that. I love to hear that. Okay, so that's some pretty notable things being said on the Lex podcast. Make sure to check out that channel. Always interesting stuff. I always fall asleep to some Lex podcast with someone really interesting. How do you guys watch podcasts? I'm curious to hear your response.